What is going on, guys? I'm here with a bit of delay, I'm sorry, but we are today back with another Easter egg with Paradox Junction, guys. Basically Nuketown, but it's a beautiful Nuketown, I must say. So let's get it done. The first thing you have to do is pick up the keys at the yellow house, in the backyard. The next thing you have to do is still in the yellow house, go to this table here, and you will find a vial that you have to pick up by interacting. Then go to the blue house and interact with the sink 2 times. One to activate and one to fill the vial. Next, you have to find this goo here on the wall. This goo can be found in 3 places. One is here in the yellow house garage, one is on the blue stairs, and one is at Trinity 8. Once you spotted the one with a distinct sound, keep it in mind because we will need it later when we go to the past. While you are still here and under the special round, look out for this cyst, as one of them will emit the same distinct sound, and when you find the one with the distinct sound, kill zombies near it to drop one piece of the blundergat. You also have to find a mannequin that emits the same sound, which will also have another piece of the blundergat, so be on the lookout for the mannequins as well. Once you have located everything you need, stay near the track as you end the special round, because now you will be able to use the key on the track and move it away. While you're here, don't miss the opportunity to unlock the Pack-a-Punch by shooting the yellow orbs and killing the zombies. Now start gathering the pieces. If you have located the mannequin, go to the mannequin and interact with it to use the vial and use acid to melt the mannequin in the other Nuketown. Also go to the top floor of the yellow house and on this shelf pick up the sealant of the blundergat. Next, go where you located the goo with the sound and go throw a grenade at its location. This will break the wall. You will find the piece again on the other Nuketown where you take the portal again. Now, if you also got the piece from the cyst, you have all the 4 pieces needed to build the blundergat and you can build it in the red truck in the destroyed Nuketown. Add to the table, hit it with a melee attack, it will pop open, you can place your blundergat inside of it and then you will be able to assemble it. Now that you got the blundergat, you have unlocked the quest to upgrade it and the steps to do the main quest as well. So there is different things you can do at the same time, but to keep things ordered, I will explain you in a certain order, but you can do many of these things at the same time. Take notice of this, and if you want more in-depth details, you can go into the guide in the description and find them out. Now I'll show you how to upgrade the blundergat because you want to do this as early as possible. As soon as you unlock the blundergat after 2 rounds, these zombies turn up in a fire tornado, will spawn and you will need to guide them through the red track and kill them nearby to collect their souls. You will need to do this 3 times. At the 2nd time you will kill another zombie, and on the 3rd time the zombie will transform into a mimic and it will be the last kill. Then you will have to place your blundergat in the normal Nuketown table and then go back to the destroyed Nuketown and retrieve it, and you will find that it is now upgraded and it's changed name. So we can now move on with the next steps of the Easter egg. One of the first things we want to do is the twins Easter egg, and you need the swing seat for this. You can recover the swing seat the first time you get teleported as well, so you do this very early. Take notice that you can twist the steps of the Easter egg, so you can do them in different order or do them all together in a very optimized way, which I recommend to do, but to keep things ordered we are doing the swing first. So going back to the destroyed Nuketown, go to the swing again and place the seat here. Then what you want to do is go search for an RC remote controller for doing a RC car race. It can be here on the shelf on the yellow house, or it can be at Trinity Ave where the boxes are on the right of the Pack-a-Punch, and it will be on the right on the floor near the boxes. All you have to do is interact with it and a race will start. You will have to go to the garage of the house. Take notice that if you don't find it in these 2 places, which are the usual place, it will be in a 3rd place, which is at the blue house behind the fences on the floor in the dirt. It is very visible, so it's impossible you don't see it. So make the jump with the RC car and take it to the door of the garage and make it explode to pop it open. So run to the garage yourself. You will find this figure here. After some time it will disappear after playing an animation and it will drop you a shulk. Pick the shulk up and now you can go back to the swing. Go to the swing and interact with the seat and you will place the shulk on it, and after a few seconds the twins will appear and they will play an animation playing on the swing. After some other time they will will disappear again. You will have to go to the yellow house garage nearby and open a red toolbox where you will find some seeds. You will have to place the seeds at this location in the normal Nuketown, and a quest will start requiring you to kill zombies with a blundergat to fill it with souls. When you are done, the screen will flash again and you know you can go to the next step. For the next step of this quest, you will need to get yourself some tomahawks, because when you go to the destroyed Nuketown, the tree is now grown up and you will need to throw tomahawks at it to drop 3 pieces of wood that you need to collect for the next part of the Easter egg. Then you need to go back to the normal Nuketown and go to the fireplace in the yellow house and place the wood inside of it. Then you will need a molotov to throw it and set fire to it. This will enable the first quest. You will need to go back to the destroyed Nuketown and you will find an X on the ground which you need to step on it, and then you are on a timer. You will need to quickly go back to normal Nuketown to the same place where the X was. You will find the twins and they will spawn a hopscotch game that you will need to complete. Interact with the orb and take your time to jump to the numbers, because there will be a black square that you will need to dodge up to the 12 square, and then you will have to go all the way back, so make sure to wait a microsecond to the black square to move away and continue your path back to 1. Once you're done, a soul box will appear and you will need to kill zombies with a blundergat to fill it with souls and escort it to the settle point. The soul box will settle at the fireplace in the yellow house. Then it will reward you with a max ammo. For the next step, you will need to find a pair of headphones. You will need to find them at one of these 3 locations. To find them, you need the depth perception, otherwise you won't see them. Then you will need a pair of goggles that are located on this siren here near the Pack-a-Punch, and to pick them up you will need the Wisp Tea. It will take the goggles and take them to you. Then you will need to place them into the toy box. At one of these locations, one on this crate, one on the yellow house here, and one on this house here on the roof, you will find a ball that you will need to shoot. The ball will drop to the ground and you will need to take it behind the blue house where there is another X on the ground, and you place the ball on it and it will activate. Once again you go to the normal Nuketown in the same place and another minigame will appear. This time if you interact with the ball you will have to knife it and never let it touch the same square. Once you are finished and the time is run out, you will get another soul box to feed. Again you will need to kill zombies with a blundergat and let them release the soul and take the soul box to the toy box this time. Now let's move to the piano teacher quest. After some time, I believe a few minutes after you wait behind the blue house, a piano teacher zombie will spawn. Then you need to throw a psych grenade at it and it will run towards the piano. Then you will need to quickly go back to the normal Nuketown and you will find out that she is now interacting with the piano. She will then disappear and nodes will spawn in destroyed Nuketown. They will blink an amount of time and you will have to pick them in order to 1 to 8. They also have specific patterns, so you can recognize some. They blink faster, they're probably one of the last. Once you have picked up all the notes, you can now enter the melody on the piano. The melody is always the same every game, so you can just enter this sequence in order: 8, 6, 7, 5, 6, 5, 3, 5. This at least for PC gamers, I don't know exactly for controllers. Then you can move to the next step where you will need to go behind the greenhouse and you will find 3 flying zombies you will have to shoot and they will release a soul through the air. The souls will end up at Trinity Ave and you will find them all 3 on this X, and if you go to the normal Nuketown again you will find a circle on the ground, and if you interact with the ball another minigame will start. This time every time the ball touches the ground the zombies will fly up in the sky and you will need to kill them fast before they touch the ground. Once again, once you're done, another soul box will appear, same thing, you will need to kill the zombies with a blundergat, fill it with souls and escort it to the final point, which this time is the piano. Finally, once you completed all the 3 quests, you can set the clock to 12 o'clock and you will have to teleport yourself and shoot the red end of the clock. Once you get back to normal Nuketown, you will see that a sphere will appear in the sky and it will go to the 3 places where we did the quest. So the piano, then it will go to the toy box, and then it will go to the fireplace into the yellow house, and finally it will end where the wing is behind the yellow house, where you can then interact with the twins and start the boss fight. The boss fight is not too hard, but if you don't have the right equipment it can be a little hard. You will have to do some tasks that you have already seen during the game, like feeding this cyst, and then they will clear the bigger cyst. You will have to do this in all the 3 zones of Nuketown, and then in the same places a defense will start and you will need to defend all 3 of them. After that you can now finally shoot the weak points of the boss for the first phase. You will then need to do this all again, but this time you will need to shoot the spears that are like the Pack-a-Punch, clear the zombies, then again you will have to do defense in all the 3 spots, and finally you can do the weak points of the boss for the second phase. For the third phase you will need to take the same zombies you used to upgrade your Blundergut to the bigger cyst, and then you will need to kill them once they are linked up. Again, this will clear the cyst, and then you will have to do this 3 times, and then do again 3 times the defense, and finally you will be able to do the third phase where you will need to use everything you have at the boss. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching, see you with Totenreich.